Ajibintu Drame, and this is QTV Midday News coming to you live from our studios on Keraba Avenue, and thanks for joining us. Our top stories. There was joy for a few and disappointment for many more as 16 aspirants hoping to contest the presidency were disqualified for various reasons. President Barrow of NPP and Usainu Dabo of UDP, who was briefly vice president under President Barrow, are among the 6 given the green light. 40 youths from across the country on Friday completed a 5-day training course in election observation organized by the Ministry of Youth and Sports and partners. All political parties in the Gambia have signed a peace pledge to promote peace before, during and after the December presidential elections. In sports, Gambia's national team coach Tom Safier has called up a 25-man squad for his team's final training camp in Dubai as part of preparations for AFCON 2021. Those were our main headlines. Now the news in detail. Now, after a week which held the interests of the nation via the televised presidential nominations, the moment of truth arrived, with the Electoral Commission chairman making the announcement when the dust had settled. Only 6 people remained to contest December's election. The majority were disqualified for not meeting the required number of nominating signatures, and 1 aspirant was disqualified for forgery. Here's the IEC chairman, Aliu Momar Njai.
Which held the interests of the nation via the televised presidential nominations, the moment of truth arrived, with the Electoral Commission chairman making the announcement. When the dust had settled, only 6 people remained to contest December's election. The majority were disqualified for not meeting the required number of nominating signatures, and 1 aspirant was disqualified for forgery. Those disqualified are Joseph H. Juf, Marie Sok Jobate, Alhaji Mamadi Kurang, Ibrahima Tabora Mane, Momodu Ba, Bankole Ahizri, Mamadi K.S. Kamara, Sheikh Matar Nyang, Papa Fall, all independents, plus Lamin Satu Bojang, ANRD, Mai Ahmad Fati, GMC, Dr. Ismaila Sise, CA, Sheikh Tijan Hydra, GANU, and Yusufa Dumbuya, DP. Matthew Gomez withdrew. Here's the IEC's chairman, Ali Momanjai.
The nomination of Ali Sow is hereby nullified by the Independent Electoral Commission due to the fact that forgery has been detected on the support nomination form. This is classified as an offense in Section 112A of the Election Act. And now those qualified to contest the elections come 4th December. 1. ENM Seydou Dabo, duly nominated. ENM Seydou Dabo's nomination is hereby accepted in accordance with Section 46 of the Election Act. 2. GDC Mama Kande. Mama Kande's nomination is hereby accepted in accordance with Section 46(1) of the Election Act. 3. Doi, UDYS, Halifa Babukar Saleh, duly nominated. Halifa Babukar Saleh's nomination is hereby accepted in accordance with Section 46(1) of the Election Act. 4. NPP Adama Barrow, duly nominated. Adama Barrow's nomination is hereby accepted in accordance with Section 46(1) of the Election Act. 5. Esambai Fall, independent, duly nominated. Esambai Fall's nomination is hereby accepted in accordance with Section 46(1) of the Election Act. And 6. NUP Abdullah Ibrahim Jami, duly nominated. Abdullah Ibrahim Jami's nomination is hereby accepted in accordance with Section 46(1) of the Election Act. Well, this is it. Thank you all very much. Thank you for your attendance.
40 youths from across the country on Friday completed a 5-day training course in election observation organized by the Ministry of Youth and Sports, supported by the African Union Commission. More in this report.
As the Gambia prepares to enter an election cycle, preparations and training for election observation is important for accountability and transparency, especially for the youths who make up over half of the country's population. Representing the African Union Commission, Robert Geranje is the principal advisor to election management bodies. He thanked the Gambia government for the partnership to train Gambians on election observation as the country heads to the polls in December.
We know that investing in the young people has long-lasting and long-term dividends. And these 5 days where we have partnered with the government of the Republic of Gambia so that we may provide capacity building. Honorable Minister, we were privileged during this training. We had facilitators from Zimbabwe and also Republic of Ghana. And the young people participated in this training will also one day be training other people beyond Gambia, because now they are certified trained trainers in citizen election observation.
Sanaba Jaula, who spoke on behalf of the participants, said the knowledge gained in the training will be implemented appropriately.
Just to assure you that the caliber of people that are gathered here and the institutions that they represent, such a training is not going to be a waste. And it will continue to be a platform that we are going to use to transmit the information to other parts of the world when we are called. The greatest investment that any institution or person could do is to invest in education, but more so on the advancement of youth and women. And that is basically what we have here.
Addressing the participants, the Minister of Youth and Sports, Bakari Baji, said Gambian youths are keenly interested in politics and the government will ensure peace prevails in the upcoming elections.
This could not have come at a better time than now, for the fact that Gambia would be heading towards the presidential elections on the 4th of December this year. It has been reported that in the past registrations, total number of people that have registered, about 57 or 56% of them are youth. And that is due largely to the fact that young people have started to realize that they need to move away from just talking about politics and governance, but to get to a level where they are part of the people that will be making the decisions in terms of voting for the right candidates to represent them across the board, from the presidential, parliament to the local government election. Let me assure all of you that the government of the Gambia, under the leadership of President Adama Barrow, is committed to ensure a free and fair elections in a very peaceful and secured environment.
According to the African Union Commission representative Robert Geranje, the Gambia is the first country to host such a gathering. He says he is hopeful that the knowledge gained by the participants will help improve standards in the upcoming December elections. Babakar Sise, QTV News.
Moving on, all political parties in the Gambia have signed a peace pledge to promote peace before, during and after the December presidential elections. The peace pledge was developed with support from development partners through the Inter-Party Committee. Mobdula Michoy reports.
At a media briefing a few days before the electoral campaigns begin on the 9th of this month, all registered political parties, including President Adama Barrow's NPP, have signed a peace pledge, also referred to as the Janjanbureh Peace Accord, for a violence-free presidential election. Here is Musa Amul Nyasi, who is the co-chair of the Inter-Party Committee.
The Inter-Party Committee enjoins every political actor in this election to honor the spirit and the letter of the Inter-Party Committee's MOU, the IEC's Code of Elections Campaign Ethics, and the peace pledge to which party leaders have agreed. Candidates and their supporters in this election are also urged to accept election results that will be announced by the IEC if adjudged to be a free, fair and credible electoral process. This is a key provision of the peace pledge that the parties have signed.
The peace pledge was developed during the IPC's third quarterly breakfast meeting on September 25th with technical support from development partners. The signing ceremony was witnessed by the Independent Electoral Commission. The IPC planned to engage nominated independent candidates to sign to the peace accord.
The IPC therefore calls on candidates and political parties to join hands with the IPC, the IEC and other relevant stakeholders to safeguard our hard-earned democracy by embracing the progressive options of dialogue, political tolerance and peace before, during and after election.
The party committee has developed a strategy to popularize the peace accord across the country for party supporters to understand, Part of this strategy involves carrying peace messages in 5 different local languages on media platforms in the country.
Second one is, you may be aware that we have customized the Memorandum of Understanding in which the Code of Conduct is embedded. The target is for that one also to be distributed among all the regional education offices, so that in every senior secondary school across the length and breadth of the country, they will have few copies of the MOU. Students that have reached the voting age will have the opportunity to read and understand what the leaders have agreed amongst themselves. So that's the approach we are taking.
The Peace Pledge aims to build on lessons learned from Gambia's recent political history to strengthen our democracy for a tolerant people and for peaceful coexistence.
The IPC is of the firm belief that the cohesive existence of the country and the overall national interest should supersede personal or partisan consideration at all times. The December 4th presidential election, therefore, presents another great opportunity for all Gambians and friends of the Gambia to build on the country's democratic gains. Long live IPC the Gambia, and long live the Republic of the Gambia.
Peace before, during and after elections is fundamental to national development, the promotion of which must be the responsibility of every citizen. For the election is a democratic process that protects the Republic, the depository of our sovereign power. Mohamed Lamin Choi, QTV News.
From that story, we will go for a short commercial break. Still to come, we have more stories, to stay tuned.
Looking for the fastest and easiest way to receive money transfers from abroad? Well, QMoney and Ria just made it happen. Now you can receive international money transfer from Ria directly into your QMoney account with no additional cost. Once you receive an SMS alert about your transfer, walk into any QMoney agent across the country to receive your payment for free, or use the money immediately to buy credit, QPower and other QMoney services. It's fast, safe and convenient. For more info, call customer care on 133. QMoney, Sunu Calpe. Terms and conditions apply. Looking for the fastest and easiest way to receive money transfers from abroad? Well, QMoney and Ria just made it happen. Now you can receive international money transfer from Ria directly into your QMoney account with no additional cost. Once you receive an SMS alert about your transfer, walk into any QMoney agent across the country to receive your payment for free, or use the money immediately to buy credit, QPower and other QMoney services. It's fast, safe and convenient. For more info, call customer care on 133. QMoney, Sunu Calpe. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back. Now, the Holland Fire and Rescue Services, through a Netherlands-based Gambian, on Saturday, donated a vehicle and a range of firefighting equipment to the Gambia Fire and Rescue Services to assist in their emergency responses. Omar P. Jallo attended the event, and this is his report.
The donated vehicle is a tanker, which can be deployed when local water resources cannot meet the requirements of an incident. It is designed to work with either 1 or 2 pumping appliances, and it can carry 1,500 liters of water or foam. In addition to the water carrier, under the commission, functional equipment donated include light portable pumps, positive pressure ventilation fans, and other ancillary equipment. In his opening remarks, Ahmad Jaha, the Senior Division Fire Officer, West Coast Region, thanked the donors for the gesture, adding that since January, they have responded over 300 emergencies in West Coast Region, and commended his officers for their commitment to saving lives and property.
What is more frustrating is responding to emergencies and not having the right tool or equipment to deal with the situation. And today, coming here, giving us a fully equipped fire equipment, fire tender or fire truck, will help us to effectively and efficiently deal with situations whenever we are called upon.
Handing over the equipment on behalf of the donors, Eric Nyins from the DRN Fire Department said as a fire authority and a service, they are delighted, honored and privileged to be able to make this donation to such a worthy cause. As the Gambia Fire and Rescue Services, they will continue to support its development.
It all started off after the fire at the market a couple of years ago. And our fire chief back in Holland, he likes Gambia. And especially he is in love with Gambia. So he heard about it. He was the initiator of this project and in collaboration with Mr. Sisabo, he started a fundraising program. And here it is, a fire truck, well equipped, reliable, with good materials on it, good equipment on it. And as I said, we firefighters are a breed of our own.
The Chief Fire Officer of the Gambia Fire and Rescue Services, Sankolin Dao, expressed gratitude on behalf of the service for the assistance, stating that the donation of a fully equipped fire engine will help address some of their constraints, as they cannot buy it themselves, adding that firefighters all over the world have a common vision of saving lives and property.
People have to listen to our safety unit also and take the good things, a message they normally send to the general public. If you take the advices from, if Gambians take the advices of how to protect their buildings, their houses, their markets, I think we will not have been getting up here once. Yes, when disaster comes, it comes. But let's take advice from the fire service, especially the safety unit. They are all over the radio stations, giving out safety tips, safety talks to the general public.
Mohamed Sisao, the coordinator of the partnership with the Gambia Fire and Rescue Services, said he hoped the donation of this equipment will be of direct benefit of emergency responders in the Gambia. He called for proper care of the engine, which he said will encourage others to make similar gestures.
We did what we're supposed to do. The rest in the hands of the Gambia Fire Department, especially in Birkama Station here. We are doubting the truck, how it's going to look like in next several years to come, or in few years to come. We hope that you're going to put very good care of this truck and also very good maintenance to keep the truck alive.
The partnership aims to preserve and protect lives and property in the Gambia by enabling a life-saving and humanitarian services to benefit communities. The GFRS also received training manuals and a week-long practical training on the operations of the engine and the equipment. Reporting for KTV News, I am Omar P. Jallo.
A memorandum of understanding to train 1,000 youths in skills acquisition in the Upper River region was signed on Friday by the SOS Children's Village, The Gambia, with the Regional Youth Committee in URR under the Youth Employability Project. Alhaji A.F. Jallo reports.
The 5-year Youth Training and Employability Project was designed in 2019 by SOS Children's Village, The Gambia, in partnership with SOS UK and the PD Foundation. At the signing ceremony, Mohamed T. Jobate, the project coordinator for SOS Gambia, said the project seeks to address irregular migration, low retention in schools, youth unemployment, gender-based violence, and numerous challenges confronting young people.
This MOU will allow SOS YETEP to use the very space to display and sell students practical materials such as clothing, food products, beverages, and other services to the community of Basse. The income generated from these sales would go to the Sustainability Fund that is co-managed with the community. Mr. Chairman, this MOU would have numerous benefits to the youths of this region. Just to itemize a few of them. It would create a market opportunity for SOS YETEP to make sales of the practical materials in terms of clothing, bag, artistic works, foods and beverages.
Bubakar Sidibe, the regional youth chairperson, said the MOU will add value to the already existing programs designed for the youth and will help close the gap of youth unemployment in the Gambia.
This MOU also, it's going to serve as a tool of promoting youth activities. Because if you understand the RYC, that is the Regional Youth Committee, is always coming up with activities. So we understand that, of course, SOS and RYC, we are all doing almost the same thing because they are also working with young people. But together, we believe we can do a lot of promotional activities, how we can get young people involved. This could come in various aspects because we all know the aspect that they are dealing with. Now they are having different components. They have their youth sectors, they have their schooling and others. So, but together, I believe we can make it work.
Abubakar Kurubali, a member of the project steering committee, acknowledged the importance of the project but raised concern over the enrollment process.
You see, the target of the training is 200 youths every year. We are talking about 148 on internship. We have fallen short of 52 young people who should have been in that training. The target is 1,000. If the first year, yes, we know COVID has come, it has affected us. Some people fell by the way due to COVID closure. Some left school, some were dropped out, some went to marry. We have a lot of factors We have done that statistics at the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education. So we know the factors that have related to that. But let us not allow it to happen. Right now, the project is struggling to have another 200 young people again for this batch. Still, we are not up to 200 yet. Where are the people? Please, let's make it a point of duty and ensure that people come to this training. It's absolutely free.
The project will be hosted by the community of Basemane Kunda, will see youths trained for free in mobile phone repairing and networking, catering and hotel management, literacy and handicraft work, sewing and designing, and social work. Reporting for QTV News, I am Alaji F. Jallo.
In sports, Gambia's national team coach Tom Safi has called up a 25-man squad for his team's final training camp in Dubai. The Scorpions will play New Zealand as part of their preparations for AFCON Cameroon 2021. Our reporter Momodu Gajaga has been monitoring and he now reports.
The Scorpions are scheduled to play against New Zealand on November 16th in Dubai. In next year's Africa Cup of Nations in Cameroon, Gambia are drawn in Group F along with Tunisia, Mali and Mauritania. There is still no place in the team for experienced goalkeeper Modou Diop, who is overlooked for the second time in a row. 2 players will be missed after participating in last month's training camp in Morocco. Modou Barrow and Boubacar Diop won't make the match due to quarantine rules and work permit issues. Ibrahima Koli makes a return to the team after recovering from injury. Koli, who plays for Italian Serie A club Spezia, has been part of the Scorpions AFCON qualifiers. Another player included is Mohamed Mbaye. Scorpions captain Pamoudou Diagne and Ali Sow have not been called yet again. However, regulars who are part of the squad include Vice-Captain Omar Koli, Musa Barrow, Boubacar Traoré, Lamin Jallo and Assane Cissé. Momodu Gajaga, QTV News.
Before we end, here's a recap of our main headlines. There was joy for a few and disappointment for many more as 16 aspirants hoping to contest the presidency were disqualified for various reasons. President Barrow of the NPP and Ousainou Darboe of UDP, who was briefly vice president under President Barrow, are among the 6 given the green light. 40 youths from across the country on Friday completed a 5-day training course in election observation organized by the Ministry of Youth and Sports and partners. All political parties in the Gambia have signed a peace pledge to promote peace before, during and after the December presidential elections. In sports, Gambia's national team coach Tom Safi has called up a 25-man squad for his team's final training camp in Dubai as part of preparations for AFCON 2021. Well, that's it from me in today's Midday News. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.